Hello, CounterSide PVP enthusiasts. I recently fought and beat Azur, who is the top-ranked player in the global PvP arena. In fact, the fight wasn't even close, with me actually losing no units. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I can beat Azur every single time, but this one wasn't an accident either. So, I'm going to try a new format and break the fight down, explaining our teams, our deployments, and the events that led to my decisive victory in this fight. If you like the format, do let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to make more fight breakdowns, even though I'm kind of jumping the shark by making this the first fight that I talk about. Taking a look at the teams first, mine is what I like to call a Jake Lake, focusing on keeping everyone alive and slowly overpowering opponents. I used Rearmed Titan as leader, and a maxed out ranged resistance Olive as my operator, whereas Azur uses a more standard maxed out AoE resistance one. I would have done the same, but I kept drawing the wrong passives. A major weakness of this version of my team is that I literally can't start activating Olive's operator ability until I deploy my only sniper, Ludmilla. If I draw her 7th or 8th, the battle will probably already be decided by the time I'm actually able to activate Olive. Most Olive users, Azur included, work around the Sniper Defender Supporter activation requirement by setting a sniper as leader. Ardilana, lead, is a common version because she's inexpensive to deploy, and not a huge loss if she dies. But while she's alive, she provides a 20% anti-counter damage resistance and a 10% anti-counter damage buff to nearby teammates, along with some debuffs with her skills. Some Olive users also lead with Replacer Queen, if they don't mind risking losing her to an Awakened Amy or a Rearmed Elizabeth, in order to be able to have a damage dealer on the field sooner. Other than my combo of leader and operator, my team is somewhat standard, with 2 frontliners, a ranger, a sniper, a healer, and a backline damage dealer. I like the Lake Superiorship enough that I'm usually fine with using it at ban 1, and run enough damage that I am not too worried about being stalled for 3 minutes and losing from having a lower ship HP at the end. Azur and I both have our own preferred playstyles, and our teams don't change much from week to week. Azur's key units tend to be an Awakened Yuna and Ardilana lead, generally not running a dedicated healer and relying on Olive and overwhelming momentum to win games before a lack of healer becomes a problem. I will be pausing a couple of times to provide additional context for what's going on, because I think it's important for understanding the battle. As the match starts, I check my hand to see when I can activate Olive. I have Ludmilla ready, but I don't see Alex and don't want to risk her being my 7th or 8th draw. If I play Rearmed Titan, and then her, then Titan's going to have to hold out for a few seconds before I can deploy Jake. Since Azur dumped his deployment energy right away, and there were no major threats, I took a gamble. Awakened Yuna's special removes buffs and blocks new buffs from being added for 6 seconds, so I wanted Titan to bait it and deploy Defender afterwards. Turns out, Rearmed Titan's melee punch has no cooldown, and instead, it's his 15-second defensive self-buff that stops him from using it repeatedly. Buffs being blocked means that he has unlimited punches for as long as there are targets in range. He's able to get 3 punches off instead of just 1, which pretty much dumpsters Azur's Rearmed Alex, who only has 15% MDL. He quickly plays Gremory to take pressure off his Alex and activate Olive, just as I activate my own with Evelyn. Gremory goes down pretty quickly, and Azur's in a bad spot with one frontliner down and another soon to follow. He starts saving energy for a big play, and I start saving to answer whatever he does next. He deploys Amy in an attempt to pull my back line and turn the battle around. I immediately answer by deploying my Awakened Lumina as far forward as I can, which turns Amy around and makes her waste her special. Amy also backsteps from the target of her special if she's too close, which sends her right into my front line. Not that staying where she was would have been much safer. As an extra bonus, my Mina also turns Awakened Yuna's ultimate around. Granted, her ultimate wasn't going to change much, because everyone in Challenger builds Yuna defensively, but it really does feel like the last nail in the coffin. With only Yuna standing, Azure tries to stall by playing Lucerci to grant her immortality, and also do some damage. But at this point the battle is clearly over. Just as my Mina is about to die, a final middle finger goes up as her reactor activates and she gains 10 hits of invulnerability and a free special activation. Then Evelyn heals everybody up and Azure is wiped out, with all of my units still alive. The after battle stats show bans based on this week, but last week was when the fight happened, and they were all unbanned at the time. So that was the fight. If you like this video and want me to make more of these in the future, do let me know. Otherwise, feel free to check out another one of my videos, or my PvP guide playlist, with videos on team building, deployment timing, and even mechanics like MDL and damage tolerance. I'll be making a video about the new Alternium reactor upgrade system soon, so get subscribed if you want to be notified when that comes out. Thanks for watching.